All right, it's Monday, July 1st. We're officially halfway through the year here. And this is our Rink Building Initiative Connection. What's up, Bobby Arcus?
Hey, how are you?
I'm great, man.
Good.
We have rink building specific updates today. And I guess I'd like to maybe set the table for you to provide the update, but just a reminder to everybody, our progress that we've been making with Mecklenburg County. We've had several meetings with the higher ups, and they eventually introduced us to the regional people who are collaborating with us on this project that we're putting together for our youth program. And we have officially booked a meeting with the actual like boots on the ground, and that is the Arbor Glenn Recreation Center. Am I saying that right? At Clanton Park. And we have a meeting scheduled next week with them because within 3 weeks, later this month, we're going to run our first event. And just to summarize that, it's going to be a July clinic and an August clinic, basically ramping up some interest for running Youth Fall League at Clanton Park or Clanton Park. And I think this is official too. We're going to do just the youngest division, but we're going to run all divisions there just to keep it logistically easy. Is all that accurate?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's 99% that we run the entirety of the youth program out of that park, out of Clanton Park for this year. Mainly like, the logistics piece of it, but also to not cannibalize the program. So, you've got some parents that have kids in multiple age groups, and not really fair to them to have to make a decision which one they can do.
You can't pick your favorite kid.
Yeah, you can. But yeah, so that's kind of the goal there. There's, very transparently, there's probably some growing pains with that, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Because I'm sure not everybody's going to be thrilled about it, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that will be, and I think it's a good way to help grow, and that should be the ultimate goal.
Yeah, I feel like we're maybe giving up a few things to get a lot more here. So like we love our rink at Waymer, and it's probably the more conducive hockey setting for our program. However, what this has implications for is far worth it. And not to mention, it's not like we're sacrificing everything. Like there's a couple great surprises that we're gonna unleash. I.e. I'll allow the uniforms that the kids are gonna have access to. I think they're gonna love it. It's just gonna make it all worth it.
For sure. Yeah, and that'll be a big part of it. Like you said, there's a lot more to gain than there is to lose in this. And I'm hoping that everybody can come together and understand that.
Yeah, which is, by the way, that once we prove our proof of concept and that we can drive families and kids to their parks, that they're going to talk to us about building rinks. So that's huge.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Megan Termaine, who's crushing it right now. And she came into that role and was like, oh, by the way, there's this other project that we're working on. Can you just take the reins on it? But there's a lot of planning. Maybe I'll just take 30 seconds to speak to that with like concussion protocol and CPR certifications and like all these things that we have to comply with to make sure that we're running like not only the sports side of things, but just safety and we're prepared as possible for anything to happen. So she's handling all those processes, and it's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Yep, agreed.
And Mike Warren, I wanted to shout him out too, as the youth clinic coordinator. He's going to be involved in this as well.
Yep.
Want to provide an update about the Matthews situation. So I got people asking. I just maybe want to put it out there that this is much more of a longer term play. Like even if and when they decide that hockey is in their purview for this master plan, that then we still have like a lot of prep and planning for when it was actually going to happen. And this process or this inquiry process is supposed to take all the rest of this year. So we're thinking more longer term. But where do we stand? Do we want to maybe send out one more email with the survey, Bobby, or where do we stand with Matthews right now?
Yeah, I think we gotta just shoot them an email and ask kind of where that sits, if there's any preliminary results. I don't know if we'll necessarily get anything back from them this week, being a holiday week. But I got to imagine, if they closed it out at the end of June, we'll probably start diving into some analysis here pretty shortly.
Perfect. Yeah, and the survey we're discussing is more of like a public feedback for what how you interact with the park now and what else you would like to see or what's missing there. Yep. So any and all hockey eyes. If there's an opportunity and if it's still open, we'll send out another email or give access to people.
Yep.
Any tournaments coming up this summer, Bobby?
Yeah, this summer, so Slapper will be August, so I'm gonna look at a calendar while I say this. August 24th, is the goal for that. Originally, we were gonna try to plan it a little bit earlier in the summer, but just scheduling didn't allow for that. So we are now planning for it on the 24th. Still trying to determine where it's gonna be. I'd say there's a 99% shot we do it at Waymer. Last year we did it at the Y, but that was due to what we believed was gonna be construction starting on the tennis court that as of today still hasn't started, which is pretty insane. So with that said, I think that when we did the AWC and utilized 2 rinks, there were a lot of things we learned about the organization of it. So I think, you know, we might take another shot at that. See what registration looks like. If we have enough people sign up that would even make that worth it. But yeah. And then there'll be a big unveiling of the newest trophy in the CSHL. So I'm really excited about that also.
Oh boy, nice little teaser.
Yeah.
When can we expect tournament registration? About what time or what week will it open up?
Yeah, so that will open up, should be the end of this month. So it's gonna be, we're actually gonna end up seeing both Fall League registration and Summer Slapper registration open up pretty close to each other. So target date for Summer Slapper registration to open up is actually August 5th. Target date for Fall League to open up registration is July 28th. So there'll be some overlap there. They'll both be open simultaneously for like a 2-day lapse, or overlap, I mean. But yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Might have to get out some communication to some CHOPS people because the Nashville tournament's the weekend before. Just want to gauge the interest. We did get the green light from the Hale twins yesterday that we could probably participate on their team if we couldn't put together a full roster. So that's always good to know too. Yeah. Speaking of which, we saw them yesterday. Just maybe wanted to recap NBHL, or if there's any high overarching highlights to communicate. I guess summary wise, there's one more Sunday left in the season, so Sunday, July 14th. Yep. And then the season will commence on Sunday, August 4th, which will be our single elimination playoff day. Yep. At which point we'll know who is going to the Milet Cup at the end of that day.
Yeah, there's some updated standings, I believe. Are you looking at standings or are you looking at a different screen?
Yeah, that's good.
Good. Okay. Yeah. So there's updated standings through yesterday. Yeah, not a ton there. And then schedule wise. There's yesterday's, a bunch of OT games yesterday.
Yeah.
Overtime here, shootout here. I guess just those two. But for the most part, pretty close games throughout. Couple got away, but nothing too crazy. And then next set of games, I believe Copperheads don't play the Squall next time, right?
Correct. Copperheads play the Crabs and the Squirrels.
Got it. Yeah. So, yep, that's where we're at on that. Hey, Chris.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Cool.
Gotcha. So yeah, we're just a couple weeks, well, calendar wise, about a month away from finishing the season. Did confirm that there is currently being built 2 outdoor rinks in Apex. That should be ready by the end of the year, at least scheduled for that. So that's something to be noted as well. Great. They're in the wrong zip code and they're still far away from us, but good for
the rink yesterday.
Carolina.
Felt outdoors.
Yeah,
the AC was not working yesterday.
That was as humid as it's ever been in there.
Yeah. So yeah, that's NBHL. I just wanted to shout out the roller program as well. Put on a great charity tournament, the Sean Mahosky Memorial. I didn't get a chance to go, but I saw a bunch of pictures. They raffled off surprises and raised a whole bunch of money to donate to the cause there. So that seemed like a pretty awesome day. I guess the Asheville team came down and showed out, wrecked house. So that kind of, it's very significant. Marks the first time in our program that there's been some interaction with some other roller regional. Well, I guess Columbia's been around before, but Asheville's a new one for us. So that could be a good partnership that we grow around and with. That's only a couple hours away from us.
Yep.
Other than that, Summer League youth is going strongly. A lot of kids. We had a good push in like the last week or two of registration, so that's good.
Yeah.
And then summer rec league for the adult. Anything to report? How's it going? What's the standings look like?
It's hot.
It's very hot. It's fun. It's very hot.
I don't even know if standings have been updated in a little while.
Yeah, they should be updated.
They should be updated. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's honestly like there haven't been any blowouts. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, it might. I think it's just missing this week, but
Okay.
yeah, it happened 2 days ago.
Got it. Yeah. Did you win last week, Chris?
Yeah, the Mighty Women Power Rangers came down from 4-1 to win 7-5. So
That's right.
I think I heard a little bit about that yesterday. So undefeated then, yes. Looks like 3 wins and 2 ties.
yeah, tied the first 2 games. Team's getting hot, so
No pun intended.
no pun intended.
Hey, Nick Harris has the only shutout right now, so I'll take it.
Hey now. Chris, we kind of already hit everything. Anything that you wanted to mention or bring up?
No, you guys covered all the checker stuff and everything.
We didn't.
We have not.
No, we have not.
Oh, so we didn't hit everything. All right, nice.
No, we were teasing that one out there.
Yeah,
So
it was a nice forgetful weekend for the realm. So I'm happy you guys talked about NBHL before I got on here. That's actually how I planned this. So
get that out of the way.
yeah.
Yeah, so last week, 4 of us, so the 3 of us plus Sarah Quozo, got to go in and connect with Tara Black, who's the Chief Operating Officer of the Charlotte Checkers, and a couple of her VPs joining us as well, and just kind of laid out our program, our growth, our direction and trajectory, and then a couple ideas for partnership. And I don't know how you guys thought about it, but seems super receptive and things are moving in the right direction. We got some exciting things to share, so I'll leave it to you guys to kick that off.
Yeah, it literally felt like we could have said anything and they would have been like, yeah, let's do it. But yeah, went really well. The other folks we met with were Sean Lynch and Paul Bernacki, or Bernacki. But yeah, so a lot of stuff is going to be coming down the pike. I think first of which will be hopefully some promotional stuff for fall league youth. So I mean, on top of NHL Street, there's also a pretty good chance there's some partnership opportunities with the Checkers there. Won't go into too much detail because I'm not sure how that'll culminate and how quickly it can. So it might be for winter, not fall, but we'll see. Really good chance that when we're having this conversation next year that we're talking about a tournament in Bojangles Coliseum. Talked to Kevin Frost yesterday, who is amped up to collab on that. So I think we're going to be able to create a sick little invitational tournament. Get some good interest, start getting feelers out there for teams that might want to participate. Get Sam Wood to rekindle his relationship with some Seattle folks and see if they'd mind taking a short puddle jump over. And then last of which is we're going to have a lot more exposure to folks through setting up some stuff at the Checkers games, putting some NHL Street barricades out in the parking lot and some nets, and being able to go out there and let the kids shoot around, have a little scrimmage game, have some hardest shot competition after some dollar beers on Wednesdays. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it was nice to it was nice to go to that meeting and like they were, usually I'd say we're more excited and everyone else is kind of listening. It was nice that they were as excited as we were. And it's also good that, Tara and I forget which of the gentlemen are big roller people too. So it kind of helps our organization like overall, not just focusing on one side. So
yeah,
I'm very excited for the future Bojangles tournament though. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna be an absolute blast.
If we can convince Tara's a very big dollar beers person, so if we can convince her to do dollar beers at that would be sick.
At the tournament. Oh, that's a disaster waiting to happen, I think. But no, it's crazy as we make these connections. There's people we found out yesterday that are within CSHL that are connected to the Checkers already. Tommy Knox is really good friends with the VP of partnerships for the Checkers, and knows Tara really well and knows Sean really well. So it's just, things keep building on each other, and it's finally some good momentum.
Yeah, it's also nice too. We went in there the day after the Florida Panthers won, and so they were all really excited. It was perfect timing. And it's interesting to hear them talk a little bit and how kind of Florida's looking at the Southeast as their area, not just like their little part of Fort Lauderdale to Miami, but they're really like trying to grow hockey in this region, which would be very interesting long term if we can show some benefit to the Checkers and keep that partnership going for the next year or two.
For sure.
Yeah, I think that was super helpful to go in and tap into that, because they said that the Panthers are all about like growing the game and having access to the youth. So it sounds like they're even going to be majorly interested in some bigger projects down the road. So very promising stuff.
Yeah.
And Tara did say that the eventual rink, she plans on it having a red tile for the Checkers. So that was nice to hear.
Here we go. Yeah. We'll have to get a different color ball then in red.
That could be tough.
Other than that, yeah, July 1st here. Anything in the near future or mid future? I guess we kind of covered Summer Slapper, covered registration for Fall League. Anything else on the CSHL calendar here?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think that's pretty much all covered.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing for a little while.
And that's okay. We're all okay with that.
Yes.
We can leave it there unless you guys have anything else.
Yeah, I think we might see a lot of Charlotte people on both sides of the NBHL top 10 this week. Some good like Worders, some not so great like Petrini, but it'll be those will be fun to see. It's always nice when we actually see like the Charlotte guys in there on like the national list and stuff. So
yeah,
Petrini got cooked.
By who?
Hale.
We don't know which one, but
I heard a roar. I didn't see it. I can't wait to see that.
It was nasty. He just completely undressed him, and yeah, not a good look.
We had a couple of those in the Squall game, but I don't even know if that counts.
Nah, I'm sure it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then the Warders one.
Yeah, I got to clip that and submit it. That was like highlight reel stuff.
That was awesome. Yeah. And the worst part is right before that, I love Warders, but everybody's like, man, he's so athletic. Why doesn't he score goals? And then he just
dangled through the whole lineup and went on a breakaway and just tucked it in 5-0.
Yeah,
like he's been doing it for years.
Yeah, just insane.
Good stuff. Well, we'll leave it there for top 10 hints. Keep an eye out for Instagram. Could make some of us famous here. Not me, I don't think, but
yeah.
Anyways, guys, we'll see you again. Well, it's on the calendar for next week, so we'll talk about that.
Cool.
All right. Peace.
Awesome. Cool. See you guys.